All right, YouTube, so we're going to replace the injector sets for this 2016 MDX. This procedure goes from the 2015 to 2020 MDX, so let's get it. All right, so we're starting with removing that cover, and let's go. Once the cover get removed, we have to remove these bolts right here. There are 10mm bolts. After that, we are going to remove these control units right here. We have 1, 2, 3 10mm bolts. This hose, disconnecting this sensor, taking this hose out. So let's do it. So we are going to remove an intake box as well with the throttle body. Now we're going to remove the throttle body. 12mm nut. Just gonna remove it. Before we remove it, we need to disconnect it. It's easier to do it like that. Now we need to remove the 12s right here to take the platen out. Oh, don't forget, this is a little hose back here for the evap purge valve. We have to disconnect the hose. Now it comes out. This is the hose I was talking about for the purge. Right now we have this spacer. I'm gonna take this out and replace it. Very important. We'll have to replace this. And take the spacer out. Be careful, don't lose the 12 nuts and bolt. Now the spacer comes out. Spacer comes out, bolts. Okay, now we see we have the injector temperature protector here. This comes out. And now this protector for the fuel pump, high pressure fuel pump, needs to come out as well. See that? Just 110 in here. and it comes out. Okay. Now we have the high pressure fuel pump. We have the rail. We have the injectors and the connectors. All right. Oh, look what I found. Somebody worked on the AC and did not put this back. So I'm just gonna put it back on the AC line for the clients. All right, so we're going to disconnect the electrical connector. You gotta push in here. It's a little bit of I'll call it a little bit hard to disconnect, but disconnect. They had to be connected all the time, so they make sure it's really good. It's got a upper tap and a bottom tap, so you gotta press on both taps and pull out. Okay, you gotta press the tap and pull out. That's the way it comes out. Okay, now we're taking the little rail. Let me zoom in a little bit here. Okay, this is the rail. This is the point we're gonna remove from here, these two bolts, and the rail comes out. So let's do it. Grab your 19 wrench and crack it. It's gonna have some fuel because it's a high pressure fuel pump. We just crack it. Just loosen up. Careful with that 10. Take it off, make sure you have it. Then the 12. 10 and 12. Those two bolts have to come back in with this, okay? This is the high pressure line from the high pressure fuel pump to the rail. Make sure you have the bolt and the line together. Now we're gonna take the 10s out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12. So 12 nuts and bolts to lift up the injectors. It's a good practice. You put a rack in here for a little bit of fuel coming out, and you cover this. I didn't cover it before because I've done this many times, so you should cover it in the previous steps before you take anything out to avoid anything going to the combustion chamber. Once we take all of them out, we gotta put it to the side. Don't mix it up. And now we're gently gonna pull up the rail. Just pull up. It's gonna be pretty hard. The rail just came out. As you can see, the rail just came out with some grommets in there. Those grommets, you're gonna have to take it out. I'm gonna show you later how to take them out. This one is connected to a pressure sensor, so this one's gonna stay in here. So just lift it up, leave it there. And then those are the injectors right here. So we're just gonna pull them off, but we gotta disconnect it before pulling them up. So just press on the tap, pull the connector one by one. Now they're all disconnected. we're just gonna pull it off. Sometimes it's pretty hard, so what I suggest for you to do is grab. Those are gonna be replaced anyway, so it's okay if you damage them. Just grab something to pull it off and they come off. Just like that. You see that? You're gonna replace them anyway, so just pull them off. And you can see here how the injector has clogged by carbon deposit. See, just pull one by one. Take it all out. Yeah, some of them is gonna be harder than the others. Just be careful. All right, just make sure when you take them out, that white grommet comes out with it, and nothing goes to those holes. All right. So I noticed that the new set, the new kit for the injector come from factory from Honda dealership. It come with the brackets, injectors, and the pipe. So you're gonna install everything. Let's take everything out and install it. So this is how the injector comes, and you have these little brackets here. So the injectors use the brackets here. So you put the brackets, you see the injector connector? You put the brackets there, and that's how it goes. And we're just gonna remove this part, and we're gonna install it in the little holes over there, okay? So we're gonna just put it in here, easy, and just push it down. Steady. Give it a nice push. Little twist. And connect it. That's how you're gonna do one by one. You really have to push it in and feel calm down. Again, one more time. Take the cover off. This. Like that. Make sure that when you put the injectors in, they all the same height. Okay, make sure they're all the same height so you don't mess up. So now you go into your bench. I'm just gonna show you here, but you gotta do this in the bench. That's the old gaskets from the old injectors. So you're gonna grab a little pick and then just pick it out. Make sure you have them out and the hole is clean, okay? In this case, look at this one. In this case, this one has two gaskets in here. It got the orange one that I took out, and we have a green one. So make sure you take all of them out before you put it in. And make sure it's all clean before you actually put it within. I like to use a little bit WD-40 or a little bit of whatever lubricant you have to put on the gasket. Just a little bit, not a lot, to go so you don't damage the new gaskets when you press in the rail. As you can see, a little bit of WD-40 is good, just a little bit, and then you just place your rail on top, line it up, and push in. And you should be able to get it pushed in just like that. Okay? So when we put it in just like that, just preset the bolts and nuts. Just when I say preset, it's just put them in by hand and just leave it there. By hand, put it in. Good. Everything goes back in by hand. All right, you have to be careful with these 10mm bolt and nut. They're pretty sensitive. So we're just gonna torque it to the spec. The spec is 9 foot-pound, okay? So we're just gonna go slow and get 9 foot-pound right there. I like to torque the center first and then go outside, right there. Right there. Yeah, just make it 9 foot-pound. 9. All right. And just recheck all of them. Good, 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 good. Perfect. So you're gonna do the same thing to the bank, to the front bank. Again, we'll check the torque. Perfect. All right, next, we're just gonna take this off, right? We're just gonna take the rags off. Make sure nothing falls into the holes. All right, make sure everything is good and clear. And we're going to replace these gaskets right here. All right, these gaskets need to be replaced. So I'm gonna take it out and put the new ones in. You got it in? Make sure you straight. Okay. Have new gaskets in there. Now, I like to put the new pipeline. So the pipeline comes with this little oil packet lubricant for these for the heads of the contact of the head. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna use this little oil and put it in here. And all 3 points, you're gonna put little oil here, here, and here as well with the threads are. Okay? This little oil going to the contact point on the pipe. three contact first, and then you tighten it. So what I do is I'm holding with these hands and use my lubricant to put enough lubricant onto the threads and into the contact point, and I lock it. You see that? Once I lock this one, meaning just hand tied, I can work my way to put this everything else. Example, this bracket right here, and now I can do the other two easily because it's holding by this. So I can do this, this. Got enough left over, so we're good on that. And look how much I have left. So you don't need all of it. Just use it wisely. Oh, great. My light just came off. Just use it wisely and you'll be okay. You don't need to put all of it. Okay. Okay, so perfect. Okay, so we're gonna just torque this 3 right now and put the 2 bolts that hold the brackets. This is a little tricky here, just be careful. Do it by hand first, and then do the other one by hand. This is gonna be 9 pounds. The other one's gonna be, this one's gonna be 16 pounds. So I'm just gonna grab it first and do it by hand. $16 here. 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13. We got 16. And now these 3 joints are gonna be 27. You just connect this. It's not gonna be on my way. And now we're gonna do 27 on these 3 points. 1, 2, and 3. All right, so I don't expect you to have all these special tools, but there is this tool that I can use with my torque wrench, and I can just torque it with this special tool. My torque wrench. If you don't have this, just try now. Aim for 26, 27 right? So he's gonna put here. He's gonna turn it to get to 27. It's 27, right there, 27. I'm gonna just do both of them like that. Remember, you don't need to have this special tool. You can time it once you're comfortable with it, but I need you guys to have that as a good shape. And we're gonna do the last one here. This is I'll go ahead and one. So 27 it is for all of them right now. Now we're installing both covers for the heat, dissipate heat into the fuel pipe. All right, so if you notice, this thing has a arrow. So if it will fit both ways, but it have an arrow for 2 fuel pump. You notice the arrow here? You can see it. 2 fuel pump. Oh, let me see. Like this. Okay. Let me see if I can clean it good. 2 fuel pump. This arrow goes to the fuel pump, meaning it goes like this. See that? And this one just fall into place one way. We don't need to worry about this torque right here. Just gonna snug it. All right. Now we put in the spacer. We got the new gaskets on. I'm just installing the spacer now. You can see here. I'm gonna install all the bolts on the spacers. So I'm using my electric gun just to bring it down, not to torque it, because you gotta torque it to 16 pounds. This one check, I think. £60. We have a new gaskets. We have a new gaskets for the intake wall. And we put the intake button in here. Slide out the bolt. Take a little bit of practice. Fall in place and torque it to 16 pounds. Oh, you just get it like this. These fall in place and you torque to 16 pounds. Again, I'm just going to use my to bring it down, so I can do the 16 pound torque. It's faster, but now if you have a torque wrench, that's okay, and have it equal, but if you have a torque wrench, just torque to 16 pounds, that's the same. Now, don't forget to connect this hose. Start the hoses now. One. Two. And 3. This is often forgotten. That's the evap purge valve, and you will get a check engine light if you don't put that one in. Then the intake manifold. All right, here he's gonna connect this. Let me inspect my throttle. Throttle body look good and clean. All right, just gonna put the throttle in. And make sure you connect it, because this often gets forgotten too. All right, 16 pounds for the throttle body as well. All right, 16 pounds. Okay. Again, we replace all these gaskets. All these gaskets get replaced. New gaskets here as well. And same thing, by hand, then we torque it. Don't forget to install the, this is the fuel injector module. So you got a 10. Now we're gonna bring the intake and just gonna put a little bit of WD-40 here. The intake, we're just gonna put a little bit WD-40 here and here, so this can go in a little easier. Nice and easy. Let a hose in it. And then make sure this harness is not pinched. Connect it. Lock the housing, lock the housing, sensor. But I gotta torque this. And connect the map sensor. Okay, one more check. Let's check everything around. I have my injector module fine and correct, is torqued. I got my vacuum hose here. My intake is torqued, connected here. All my connections are okay. Okay, and let's give it a try. Let's put the key on for a couple of seconds so the fuel feed into it, and we're gonna start it. Perfect. And that's how you're doing injector sets on the MDXs. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, and share the video. Have a good day.